Good morning again, everyone. And here we are again for another weekly assembly. And this week we're thinking about the story of the Good Shepherd. It's a story Jesus told. He described himself as a good shepherd, the Good Shepherd. And when he talks about it, he talks about himself being like someone who is caring for sheep. Somebody who's prepared to take risks to make sure that the sheep are kept well and safe, all those good things as well. So when we think about this story, and we'll think about it a little later at the end, we have to ask certain questions like, in the story that Jesus tells, who are the sheep and who is the shepherd? So now let's start our story this morning. Jesus tells the story that when sheep are being kept in a sheepfold, those who own the sheep, those who are comfortable with the sheep, enter through the door of the sheepfold. He says the only ones who climb over the wall of the sheep into the sheep are those who are thieves and robbers. And those sorts of people, Jesus says, are not to be trusted. Jesus says, I am the door for the sheep. As the Good Shepherd, I make sure that anyone going in and out is allowed to come in and out, but I make sure that the things that could do damage to the sheep are kept outside, like robbers and wolves and foxes. All those animals that would do harm to the sheep must be kept outside the sheepfold. Jesus described himself as the Good Shepherd. I'm sure there were many people scratching their heads that day because Jesus came from a house where he wasn't really a shepherd. His father was a carpenter and he had helped his father in the carpenter's business, but he wasn't a shepherd in the understanding of being out with sheep every day. So what was Jesus saying when he said, I am the Good Shepherd? Essentially, Jesus is talking about being someone who cares. All good shepherds care. They're the ones who will make sure that the sheep that they have are looked after. When you own sheep, it's very different from being someone who's just paid to look after sheep. When you own your sheep, you really want to make sure that your sheep are all well and all safe. But someone who's actually paid to look after your sheep may run away when things get difficult. And when the wolves come and start to fight with the sheep or attack the sheep, they might just run away. The Good Shepherd is very different. He stays with his sheep, no matter what happens. In fact, the Good Shepherd is prepared to risk his own life for the sheep that he has. Jesus, when he talks about being the Good Shepherd, he's talking about the risks he's going to be prepared to make for all those who belong to him. The sheep belong to the shepherd, and the shepherd cares for the sheep and risks his own life for the sheep and controls those who come near his sheep by being the door to the sheepfold. Jesus is the one who has risked his life and has died for us because we are, in a way, his sheep. And like sheep, we can often get things wrong, do things that are silly, wander away, find grass that tastes better. We think it's going to be more attractive. We can be tempted away by things around us, sometimes to do the wrong things. But Jesus always says that he will find the sheep that wanders away, finds the person who does the wrong things, and will bring them back again. Jesus risked his life. Jesus died for us who are his sheep. As we know from the messages of Easter, Jesus died on the cross on Good Friday. But the great story is that Jesus didn't remain dead. On Easter Sunday, the stone was rolled away from the grave, and Jesus was alive again. We thank God that Jesus is our Good Shepherd, prepared to be with us through all the difficult times and the easy times. He's with us now during this time of the COVID-19 virus, which has meant that we aren't at school, many people can't be at work, and we know very much every day the difficulties that people are facing in your own families, in your own homes, times when you feel things are actually not the way they should be, and really you're looking forward to the days when you can get back to doing the things you did every day, being able to get to school, being able to play, and to be able to enjoy yourself. Well, we hope that that day comes soon too, and that we all get together again so that we can share an assembly in a different way. But for now, let's be very careful. Let's be safe. Let's make sure that we do all the good things that are asked of us at this time so that we will pass through this time and get back to what we should be doing. I would ask you to say this prayer after me this morning. Dear God, thank you for sending Jesus to be the Good Shepherd and to look after us as we try each day to live well, to do good things, and to follow Jesus, the Good Shepherd. May we be reminded that even in the times when we get things terribly wrong, that Jesus is still there for us as our Good Shepherd every day. Amen. Now we're going to say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. May the Lord continue to bless you and keep you each day and forever. May you be well and safe in the days that lie ahead, and may at all times you may be aware of the prayers that we have for everybody in St Andrew's School and in our Acorn groups as we hope again to be back together before too long.